Hello, everybody. This is Ryan, and I'm here with Notes and Numbers to present on how best to set up Zoom for music lessons. There's a couple things we'll want to keep in mind. On the one hand, Zoom is really built for speech, not music. So a lot of what we're going to be disabling or doing is kind of working against what they tried to do in the first place, but that's okay. Other than that, this is going to be a very participant-focused video, so it's really more on setting up your guests or your students. If you're hosting meetings, there's a little more to deal with, and I'll deal with that in a later video. If you do like this video, make sure to subscribe. I'll be putting up other things like it as we go, along with performances and what have you. And if you are interested in lessons or anything like that, by all means, come find me at www.notesandnumbers.net. Thanks so much. All right, so without any further ado, let's get around to setting up an iPad for use with Zoom for music lessons. First things first, we want to open up the app itself, so you go to wherever you store it. For me, it's here. You click on the Zoom icon, and that should take you here. And this is our little sort of Zoom app client-side home base. You can see we've got obviously the home button itself there, and then also chats or any scheduled meetings you might have, any contacts you have. The ability to join and all that stuff. And most importantly for us, you have the settings. And so if you click on that settings button, it'll bring this up. In the top of the list, Ryan Worswick, my name, that is just going to take us over to our profile. So if you want to be able to set your display name for what shows up when you join a meeting, or if you want to update any password stuff, or if you pay for an account, either way, you'll see a personal meeting ID here. If you pay for it, you can customize it. So like I have mine set to my business phone number, but you can see that there as well. If, however, instead of that top entry, we had gone to meetings instead, that would take us here to meeting settings. And there are a few more options than this, but this is sort of isolating, most importantly for us, the original sound. And long story short, Zoom is very much something that's built quite well for speech and conversation. And a lot of what it does to enable that is actually going to get in the way of what we want to be using it for, music. So things where it'll try and cut off ambient noise, we might want that sustained tone, things like that. So most important thing to do, you only have to do it the one time, is go into that settings and then go over here and click that use original sound so it's turned on. That'll give us a nice access to raw signal, as close as we're going to get anyway. Otherwise, as a note on just kind of managing the sort of weight of the signal and the load that has to get carried through Zoom to your students or to your teacher or to your bandmates or whatever, I turn off touch up my appearance, because any of those aesthetically minded things that make it a little prettier or a little what have you, they're adding weight to that load. So reduction, I think, is the way to go there, but just so you know what you're considering when you make a choice. The totally non-negotiable one is the use original sound. From there, on the iPad in particular, it used to be the case that to run like an audio interface or something like that through an iPad, you needed to have integrated calling turned on. I did a test earlier, and it doesn't seem to be that way anymore. But if you do run into any trouble of that sort, if you're using external USB mic or an audio interface, and you find that it's not working through Zoom the way it should, try turning on integrated calling. And then from there on, the only thing we really have to worry about is in any given meeting, we're going to have to still one last time enable original sound. So you can see across the top of the screen here, the interface. That green shield, if you click on it, will give you some details of the meeting. Otherwise, you can mute yourself or unmute, start your video or stop it, share content. But most importantly for us is these little dots up in the right corner, more. So if we click on that, if we've done everything that we've meant to do, and we've done it well and correctly, this option to enable original sound should show up here. Click that, and we should be good to go. In any case, that's pretty much it for how to set an iPad up for Zoom and music lessons. All right. Well, so hopefully that was super helpful and offered a lot of clarity, and thank you so much. Again, don't forget to subscribe to get access to more stuff as I put more stuff out. And if you want to find me elsewhere, you can find me at Notes Numbers at Facebook, at Notes and Nums at Instagram. And then, of course, the website is, again, www.notesandnumbers.net. Take care and keep making music.